So we've looked at risk management. Now we got to look at money management. Risk management looks at how to reduce risk for different positions. Money management is going to look at the global portfolio and see how we can reduce risk for the global portfolio. So imagine this. Imagine you have an account and you have $10,000 in your account. What happens if you lose a percentage of your account? If you lose a percentage of your account, how much are you going to have to gain to get back to break even? Let's take a look at this. Well, imagine you lose 20% of your account. So let's say you go from $10,000 to $8,000. You lose $2,000. Well, how much do you need to make to get back from 8,000 to 10,000? You need to make 25%, right? Because if you had 10,000, you lose 20%, you have 8,000. Now your capital is smaller. And if your capital is smaller, then you need to make more returns because now you only have 8,000. So to make $2,000 on 8,000, you actually need to make 25% return on that. And that brings you back to break even where you're at $10,000 again. So you see that when you lose money, you have to make more to get back to break even. Now the problem is when you lose too much money. So if you lose 30%, now you have 7,000. Well, to get back from 7,000 to 10,000, you need to make 3,000. 3,000 over 7,000 is a 43% gain. So you see it starts becoming bigger. If you lose 40%, then you need to make 67%. If you lose 50% of your account, meaning you go from 10,000 to 5,000, well, to get back from 5,000 to 10,000, you need to double it. So you're going to make 100% return. And look at this. If you lose 10% more, you lose 60% of your account. Now it becomes 150%. So if you lose too much of your account, game over. Because getting back from such a big hole becomes extremely impossible, right? Extremely hard. So your objective is to never get there. Never let this happen, right? Because even if you do get back, well, imagine you didn't fall this much and you were able to make 150% from the top. You would have made a lot of money, right? Imagine you do pull it out of the hat and you get back all the way up to break even. Well, imagine you were able to produce this without losing in the first place. How much money you would have. So it's a very important thing to reduce your global risk. In that way, when you're losing a bit, you're preserving your capital. And when you start making money, you have a lot of capital that you're making money on, not a very small portion of your portfolio. Because some people take huge losses and then they have a small amount and then they make great trades and they're like, damn, I barely made anything back. Yeah, because you didn't preserve your capital. One of the most important things is to preserve the capital so you can stay in the game. And so when, the good trades come in, it's done on a big amount of capital, not just on a small amount. So I always tell traders, you have to manage your money in a way, because you are going to have losing trades, where you don't expect to lose more than 20% of your account. You got to put things in place, your risk management, so that even if you have plenty of losing trades in a row, you don't lose more than 20% of your account. And this is what we're going to do. And that's what we're going to look at in the next lecture when we're talking about position sizing, where we're going to look at how many of each coin to buy so you actually never lose a big amount like this. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next lecture.